Hello, I wanted to find a couple of cool places for you to do some font pairing without going down the font pairing rabbit hole. And my favorite one, it's been my favorite for a while. Oh, a gift. Okay, is this website because it's not just great font pairs. It's the way they have it displayed on the page is beautiful, and they have beautiful colors and background images, and I just love it. So here is this page. It is actually on the resources page, so you can find it there. But it's on reliablepsd.com/ultimate-google-font-pairs. And if you just Google ultimate Google font pairs, this comes up. It just has a whole bunch of really great font pairs. And what you do is you can either copy the code, which is what I recommend, or you can download the font pair. So let's see. Let's find one that's more newspapery. Sure, I'll just grab this one to be quick. So if I copy the code, it gives me the two pieces I need. So one is the link, and this is what I'm starting with. So I've got the Sojourner Truth, the original transcript of her speech, and I am going to open up the HTML for that. Here it is. So first I want to put the link, and this has to go in every HTML file that you want the font to display in. So right now I just have this one file, and so I want to put this link here. I want to make sure it's above where my style sheet is getting pulled in. And then once I have that, I'm going to go back to the site, and I'm just going to grab all of this stuff. In my CSS file, I'm just going to make a comment and paste it in just so I have it, because there's a couple different things going on and I want to make sure I have both of them. So I think, yeah, cormorant was the header, right? Because it was it was a serif, correct? I don't know. It scrolled. We'll just say this cormorant is the. So I want to grab cormorant first. I don't like that they have the code in uppercase. I want to not have you guys have that habit. But so I'm going to make a style for body. If I put all of the sort of main text, like if I give it a font family in body, it saves me time. I have to change the uppercase to lowercase. Also this. It saves me time from having to say, make all my paragraphs, and also make all of my list items, and also, in case I forget to do a paragraph, make all my divs, and make all of my block quotes. I don't have to like put all of those tags in here. I can just say, if it's a tag that's in the body, then use this. So I think I just gave that. Anyway, so let's look at what it looks like. Okay, and then I'm going to refresh. So now it's using this on everything. I just realized I use it only on the header. So let's switch that from cormorant. So this is why it's kind of nice to just have it up there to copy. And why don't I just fix all this uppercase marquee. Okay. So now I can do Fira, which is one of my favorite body fonts. Okay, let's try that. Okay, much better. And for our headers, so I'm going to use cormorant on maybe the first two headers. So I'm going to say header 1, comma, header 2, and then I think I'll probably use a bolded version of Fira on the others. So I'm going to grab this line, put it in here, and for now I'll just use the default sizes for H1 and H2. So let's see what this looks like. Pretty good. And then you can do some fun stuff like this line height to me is just way too crowded. So for I'm going to put this in my paragraph tag. I'm going to say if it's a paragraph, make the line dash height be something larger. So right now I think my body font size, let's set that. I'm going to set it to 20. This is something a little different than print. You want to be between 14 pixels and 20 pixels for your font size. And then for my line height, I'm going to make it 32. I'm going to make it kind of big and see what that looks like. Okay, looking better. All right, and then, yeah, let's bump up this H1 and then the H2 separately. So for H1, I'm going to say font size, let's make it a 60 pixel. Usually H1 is between 48 and 60 pixels, but you can, like in this case, I think I might want it really giant, just for fun. Okay, and then for the H2, let's give it 60. Font dash size 60 pixels. Okay. So we've got a pretty good start on line height. I want to mess with the margin a bit. So here's where the inspect tool comes in really handy. So you can right click and then go to inspect. That's the easiest way to get there, or you can go to view, developer, inspect elements. And this is on Chrome. I recommend Chrome just because the tools are a bit easier. But Firefox is also great. They all have developer tools. It's just a matter of finding it in the menu items. So if we look at this H1, see that orange? Let me change. You can kind of change where this shows up by clicking on 3 dots here. So right now I have it like in a different window. I'm going to make it how it usually defaults to. Okay, so now if I kind of click on that H1, you see all that orange? If I scroll down in here, this is kind of this gray area. This is like all the defaulted stuff. So it's got a margin that's already being set in here. And I probably want to override. And then if you scroll down even farther, this key is always here. So it'll show you, here's the margin. Right now it's like 60 pixels. There's no border, there's no padding. And then this kind of tells you how large the area is. So I could change that margin, and you can even try it out here and see. So for H1, I could say margin. What if I just say 0? What does that look like? So I may end up actually going with that and then leaving the H2. Who knows? Let's click on the H2 and then see. Yeah, so the H2 looks like it only seems to have a bit of margin on top and a bit on the bottom. It's probably, let's see what it is. Go down to this thing, 49. That looks pretty good. I'm going to leave that. So now that I've tried this, I need to actually do it in the code. So this is sort of like temporary trying things on the fly. But if I hit refresh, you can just do Command R on a Mac or Control R, or you can click this little refresh button. Then it'll go back to the way it was. So I need to go in and say, for my H1, also make my margin 0. Okay, so that is that. Very quickly, the other tool is called mixfont.com. And what you do is you go to start the generator, and it just sort of randomly gives you a pair, which is kind of fun. And it shows you that pair in a lot of different scenarios with different line height, different weights, italics versus not. So, and a lot of different like colors and layouts. So this tool is really fun as well. I haven't been able to save pairings that I like. What you do is you find the pair that you like, and then you just click the embed tag, and it will give you the same stuff that other site gives you. If you want to use the body for header instead of header, you can swap them back and forth, which is kind of cool, and see what that looks like. And yeah, but I haven't been able to save. I tried just Google, so maybe you have to create your own login, but this wasn't working. So you'll just have to like copy the code and try a couple different things, but it works exactly the same, where there's a link for your HTML files, and then this is what you'll put in your CSS file. Alrighty, I hope that was helpful. And then, yeah, I'll probably move on to more layouty stuff to show you how to have a little bit of fun with layout with this font project. All right, thanks.